State Representative Barbara Hyland believes government should not make it harder for us to pay our bills. That's why Barbara Hyland has consistently voted for tax cuts and has received a 100% rating from Citizens for Limited Taxation.
Hello, I'm Barbara Hyland. I want to continue to be your state representative from Foxborough, Mansfield, and Norton. There is much work yet to be done. Please, vote for me on November 5th. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lyda Harkins, and I want to take a few minutes today to talk to you about my classmate and my colleague in the legislature, Barbara Hyland from Foxborough. Barbara and I were in the same class at Regis, and Barbara I remember as a very active young Republican and Goldwater girl. Like many women in our age category, Barbara and I sort of took a temporary retirement while we stayed home and raised our families. But we were both active in our communities. I know that Barbara was very active in her local PTO, and that launched her career of 11 years when she served on the Foxborough School Committee. And yet years later, after we had raised our families, and we both found ourselves serving on school committees and then in the legislature together, we were able to continue a friendship that started at Regis. Regis really helped us to forge ahead with the idea that women could do anything, that women could be active parts of their government, and that women should be role models for other women coming along.
Chair recognizes Ms. Hyland of Foxborough.
I'm here to say thank you for almost 10 years of, well, almost 10 years, the best 10 years of my life. I came up the long, slow way. You run for things like PTO chairman at your children's school when they're in the elementary school, then you get your name known in that district, then you run for the school committee and you get onto the school committee in your town, and then you form a Republican town committee with some other good friends in town that hasn't existed there for umpty-9 years, and become a power in the town. Not a power that we're electing people, but that we're getting out and speaking on issues and people are listening to us. And then finally, the ultimate in my case was to be able to run for the House of Representatives. I can't tell you what a wonderful experience it's been. I said to, I don't know how many people over the years, it was like going back to college because it was such a great learning experience and so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I think that the women have contributed tremendously in here. We are still a minority, just like the Republicans, but we're coming on strong. And there's even 2 other Regis women here in the House, so you people better watch out. I see Representative Harkins, and I know Representative Donovan is here too. There she is, Carol. So I don't know if there is such a strong contingent from any other individual small women's college as there is from Regis. So, and our alumni association, they're very proud of us, and we are happy to report back to them what a good job all of you are doing. And I think the people of Massachusetts are so fortunate to have a lot of ordinary people like myself and yourselves, because we are ordinary, come into a body like this and work hard to make life better for the people of Massachusetts. And not only have we done that in many ways, but we've been models. We've set examples that other states have looked towards. And so I just say to you, keep up that good work.
Barbara really believed in making politics accessible to people, so that I know she spent a great deal of time out in the community of Foxborough, in the Foxborough Public Schools during her tenure on the school board, and having meetings with local constituents. I think that by making politics more local, she really was able to serve as a mentor for a lot of other women in her community and for young women as well. And I think that one of the things that Barbara talked about a lot while she was here was the necessity of bringing more women into the political process. Women need to be represented on all of our local boards, and certainly we could use more women here in the legislature, and Barbara was a tireless advocate for that position. Unfortunately, Barbara passed away this past November, and there was a large contingent of Regis women that attended her funeral. Many of us got together at a restaurant and talked about the way in which we could memorialize Barbara and the contribution that she had made to women in politics. That's when we began to germinate the idea of having a scholarship and an internship in Barbara's name. Our goal would be to try to have our first intern scholarship recipient be available to meet all of us at our next reunion.
Regis College is honored to have Barbara Hyland as a graduate. She represents the best. She represents the values of Regis, of service and leadership. And we are delighted to have the opportunity to offer to one of our Regis students the opportunity to work either here in Boston, on Beacon Hill, or in Washington in the Congress. We are delighted to have the opportunity to have a sponsored internship in Barbara Hyland's name.